Again, everything I've said, when I've said a her, it's the same as a he, and he the same as a her, so it isn't gender specific. An important thing to know about survivor benefits is that when one spouse dies, the surviving spouse receives the higher of the two benefits. So let's say Joe and Julie are married. Both are currently receiving Social Security benefits. Joe's benefit is $2,000 and Julie's benefit's $1,200. If Joe dies, Julie's $1,200 benefit will stop and she'll start receiving $2,000 like Joe got. If Julie dies first, her $1,200 benefit will stop and Joe will keep receiving his $1,200 benefit. It's important to note that when one dies, you lose one of the benefits. So that's something to think about in your financial planning. So here's some rules for the survivor benefit. In order for the surviving spouse to receive benefits, the marriage must have lasted at least 9 months, except in the case of an accident. To start benefits, the survivor must be at least 60 or 50 if disabled. If, however, the widow or widower applies before full retirement age, the benefit will be reduced as it is for regular retirement benefits. Some of the same principles that go into deciding benefits about when to apply also apply for survivor benefits. Divorced spouse survivor benefits are available as well as long as the marriage lasted at least 10 years. Next question is, when should you apply for benefits? The decision when to apply for benefits is one of the most important and most complicated questions. It can literally make the difference in thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Before we get into number crunching, it's important to realize that the decision of when to apply for Social Security depends on many factors unique to your situation, such as the things listed on this slide, and whether you have additional resources. The obvious advantage of delaying benefits is that your monthly benefit will be higher. Using the example of a baby boomer born in 1950 who had maximum earnings, he would receive $1,850 per month if he applied at 62, but $3,255 if he waited until age 70. The difference gets even more dramatic when we multiply these counts by the 2.8% annual COLA, or cost of living adjustments. So his age 70 benefit jumps to $4,060. Why delay benefits? More income later. So it might be hard to pass up those Social Security checks if you start receiving them as early as 62, but if you live a long time, you can be very glad you waited. As you can see, the longer you live, the more income you will have by waiting until age 70. So the when to apply question is complicated, and reality requires a customized analysis, but a few points to remember. If you apply early, your benefits start out at some percentage of your full benefit amount, and it remains that way for the rest of your life. It will not go up to 100% when you reach full retirement age. Cost of living increases magnify the impact of early or delayed retirement because the annual amount is applied. The cost of living adjustments apply to either the lower or the higher amount. This causes the disparity to increase with each passing year. And the when to apply affects survivor benefits as well. So higher earning spouses are encouraged to delay benefits to age 70 if they can, because that will give their surviving spouse the higher benefit when they die. Okay, moving on to baby boomer question number 4. How can you maximize your benefit? For this, we're going to cover 5 different strategies. Strategy number 1, first thing you can do while you still have time is try to improve your earnings record. First, check the statements to make sure it's accurate. Mistakes are very rare because the earnings on file are those reported by employers when they submit your Social Security taxes or self-employed people through their tax return. The next thing to consider is how you might be able to improve your earnings record. If you don't have 35 years of earning, can you work a couple years more and get rid of some of those zeros? If you had a few years of low earnings early in your career, maybe while you were going to college or took some time off for a child or whatever, if you work a few more years, those low earning years will be priced by higher earning ones, therefore your benefit will go up. And even if you start earning Social Security and continue to work, your earnings record will be updated. However, it's important to note that if you start collecting Social Security before your full retirement age, and if you earn over $14,600 a year, $1 benefits will be withheld for every $2 you earn over that threshold amount. Strategy number 2 for maximizing Social Security is to apply for benefits at the optimal age. We've been making the case today for delaying benefits because it will result in a highest lifetime benefit for you and your survivor. But there's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question. The important thing is to figure out when's the right time for you. You know, we've met with clients who are still visiting grandma who's in her 90s and they're getting ready to retire, or parents in their 80s, late 80s and early 90s. We have other clients we meet with, and nobody in their family has ever lived past age 70, and we would hope that they would with the improved life expectancy and healthcare system we have now, but they don't have expectations of a very long life and they have health issues or something like that. So again, it's not a one-size-fits-all question. But the general rule is we want to encourage people to wait as long as they can start Social Security. One important consideration in deciding when to apply for earnings is whether or not you plan to work. If you apply before full retirement age and you earn more than $14,640 a year, $1 in benefits is withheld for every $2 you earn over $14,640, which I referred to a minute ago. Now, it's important to know this money isn't truly taken away. Whether your benefit will be adjusted upward when you turn to full retirement age to make it as if you had applied later. This means that if some of your benefits are withheld due to the earnings test, your new benefit will be higher as if you had started at 63 or 65. Please don't let the annual earnings test discourage you from working. The more money you earn, the more money you'll have. Social Security doesn't penalize you for working. Once the adjustment's made, you'll end up with a higher benefit for the rest of your life. And of course, the earnings themselves will contribute to your financial well-being. But to avoid the earnings test entirely, just wait until your full retirement age or later to apply for benefits. Strategy number 3 for maximizing your benefits is to coordinate spousal benefits. The goal is to maximize the income for both of you while you're both alive and to maximize the income to survivor after one of you dies. It can be complicated, but understanding all the considerations and doing some calculations, it's possible for married couples to come up with the right solution for their needs. So next, I'm going to talk about a couple of innovative strategies that can help you get the most out of your spousal benefits. Here's one strategy that has come out of the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College. It's called the Claim and Suspend, also known as File and Suspend. As I mentioned earlier, in order for the low-earning spouse to receive a spousal benefit, the higher-earning spouse must have filed for benefits. But often, the higher-earning spouse wants or should delay his benefits until age 70 in order to maximize income for the couple when they're both alive and the income for their surviving spouse after one spouse dies. So as soon as the higher-earning spouse turns full retirement age, he applies for his benefit and then immediately suspends it. This allows the wife to start her spousal benefit while his benefit continues to earn 8% annual delayed credits. Here's how it works. Bob and Barbara are 66. Bob's PIA is $2,000. Barbara's PIA is $800, which is less than her spousal benefit of $1,000. If Bob wants to wait till 70 to apply, Barbara would have to wait for 4 more years to start her spousal benefit. So Bob files and suspends at 66. This entitles Barbara to her spousal benefit while Bob's own benefit continues to earn delayed credits. Please note this does not work if Bob is under full retirement age. It's only after full retirement age that a person may voluntarily suspend their benefit in order to earn delayed credits. The lower earning spouse may, of course, apply for her spousal benefit at any time after age 62. If she applies before full retirement age, she'll receive the lower amount. In order to receive the full 50% of her husband's PIA, she must apply at full retirement age.